Hello, my name is Russell Boudry, Router Product Manager for MultiCam, and today we're going to be doing operator training. So I wanted to show you how easy it is to run our machine so that you have the benefit of when hiring an operator, there'll be a very small learning curve. All right, so we're going to be looking for a person that's never run the machine. So Flora is my volunteer today. And now Flora, you're in our marketing department, right? And you're familiar with our machines, but you've never actually run a MultiCam CNC, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So what we're going to do, first of all, is I'm going to tell you a few basics. So we're going to be doing, this is our long axis is X, Y, Z. This is our spindle with our spindle tool, linear tool changer rack, and this is our operator keypad. Okay? Now the operator keypad is really simple. We have blue means setting, which means that you can press a blue button anytime and it's not going to take off on you. Yellow is pause. It'll always stop at any time doing anything, allow you to safely continue or exit. Red is for emergency stop, which is one step away from turning the machine off. And green means go. So if you press a green button, you should expect it to move. So to demonstrate, one of the most common things you will do in operations is jog the machine. So pressing this button determines how fast you will jog, and then you can move it around. So why don't you try doing that?
All right, so I can change up the speed and then go down. Great.
Okay, good, excellent. So Flora, I'm going to be doing operators training with you today, but we're going to actually use a real world project. We're going to be doing this personal protective shield. And so we're going to be using a simple piece of acrylic, these 4 connectors and an Allen wrench. You'll be putting it together. You'll be cutting it out.
Awesome.
So the very first thing that we're going to do in training is we start from a machine that's completely shut down. The first step is usually to make sure your dust collection system is turned on and your air pressure is on. Now in our facility, the air pressure is already on and the dust collection is running. If you were your operator by yourself, you'd have to make sure that in your facility that those things are on. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, Flora. The dust collection and air pressure is on, but we need to turn the machine on. So we're going to turn the on-off cabinet switch from off to on. We're going to turn on your air pressure and verify that we have air pressure on the gauge. Go ahead and do that.
On.
Okay. And we have over 90 PSI. Great. Let's go to the next step. Flora, we need to replace this dull tool with this new tool. So we're going to use this to hold it and this to loosen up the cover nut. So go ahead and take that out. Okay. Go ahead and loosen that. Go ahead and remove that out. Take the other bit and put it in. Okay, tighten that back up. Perfect. All right, and then you're going to tighten it back up. All right, Flora, so you installed this new tool, but we actually needed to put it into location 2 for the spindle to come pick it up. So we're going to take this little groove right here and put it into this tooth for this cradle. So go ahead and lock that into place. Excellent. We're ready. Okay, Flora, we've done all the hard work. We've made sure the air compressor's on, the dust collector's on, we've turned the machine on, we've done the tool, all right? So now we're to the easy part. So you can see here on the screen that it actually tells you the very first thing it needs you to do is to hard home. So go ahead and press that button there. All right, now what's happening right now is the controller's actually programming the spindle to know what size spindle it is, how fast it's going to run. It's going to lift up the dust collector and find it. It's going to move in X and Y. It's going to try to find. It's going to find its true 0, 0. See right here on the keypad, one of the important things about being an operator is to actually read what the keypad says. And if it says right here that it needs to do a spindle warm-up. It's suggesting you use tool 1. So if you'll press enter, it will go and perform that task. This is so that the bearings get warm and the spindle has a long life, okay? Now it's gonna run for about 12 minutes. And when it's done, we'll come back and we'll get to cutting, okay? Next step here is to calibrate any new tools.
Okay.
Now, you actually did put in a new tool and we
Yes.
put it into location 2.
Correct.
So we need to tell it to calibrate, which is, it determines how long the tool is.
Okay.
Now in order to get that, we're going to go into the menu. We're going to go down to Tools,
Enter.
and we're going to press Calibrate Tool,
Okay.
and you're going to enter the number 2. Enter. Now it knows it has 1. It's going to go put that one away.
Okay.
It's going to pick up 2.
Yes.
And on this machine, we have a special feature called the Calibration Sensor and Surfacing Probe. Now what this allows you to do is it brings the new tool over the sensor and allows you to have a hands-free operation to jog down, and it'll touch off onto that sensor. So let's do that now.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and let's jog down a little bit so get about this far away. Come on down. There you go. And then right here on the screen it says press 0 to auto set. So press 0.
Okay.
Now you'll know, both hands free. We're hands free now. It's gonna come down, touch off, keeps us safe, and makes it really easy to run. We now know exactly how long that tool is. Okay, the next steps we have to have is we have to have material, right? So this is the material we're gonna be cutting. If you'll go ahead and load that up onto the table in the direction it's laying there. And then you'll just make it flush to one end, and that gets it square enough. All right, excellent. Material up here now. Now we need to secure it down. We need to make sure that it's all the way down flat,
Okay.
all right? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and have you turn on the vacuum over here, which so happens we have a 24 horsepower Kinetic blower. Go ahead and press start on that. Now, what that's gonna do is it's going to literally adhere the material down to the table. Now we'll also need to make sure our zones are correct. So our valves need to be, for these sections, up.
Okay.
All right? Now it's pretty easy. We're gonna tell it where the bottom of the material is,
Okay.
where the top is, and where the corner is. So, according to our sheet right here, we're gonna use max depth first.
Okay. Which is this one.
Yep. Go ahead and jog that probe up to the spool board.
Okay. The jog is here.
And we're going to do the same auto set function as we did. Yep, a little bit more to the left. Okay, you can come on down a little bit and Z. Okay, yep, now press 0. Great, excellent. Now let's tell it where the top is. Go ahead and press that button, that's the surface button.
Okay.
See, it's right here on the piece of paper. Now you're going to jog that somewhere over the top of the material, anywhere over the material.
Okay. A little bit over.
Yep, that's great. Come down a little bit and press 0. All hands-free operations, we now know exactly where the bottom and the top is. So the next step is we're going to tell it where the corner is.
Okay.
Now we have an attribute here, the laser pointer, so you're going to press 0 to turn on the laser pointer. Well, that's nice and bright. Yeah. So you're going to jog that to somewhere near the corner. And you may need to change your jog speed.
Oh. Right here.
Yep. And go ahead and,
Oh, that's way too slow.
yep, there you go, medium. Yep, and then go over. That's great. Now, press that button there, that's set soft tone. It says, do you want to do it with the
Okay.
blader? Yes. Turn it off, yes.
All right.
That's easy. All right, great. Okay, final step is to bring the job file up, what
Okay.
you want it to cut. So we're going to access the computer where all the job files are at.
Okay.
So you're going to press that button there. There's the job file that we need.
Sure.
Display it. We're going to enter it. We can see what we're going to be cutting.
Okay.
And it's also showing it in the orientation
Right,
it's
right.
going to cut. And it asks you, do you want to start? We're going to press the execute button once.
All right.
It's going to ask you to, nope, that's it. We're on. Here we go. You're cutting. You're operating.
Awesome.
ahead and turn off the vacuum. So stop. Go ahead and pick that up. Look at the edge. What do you think about that?
Looks clear and clean. Look
Clear
at
and
that.
clean, yep. And it's got a round over, so that's
Yep.
what that second bit did. The first
Okay.
bit cut all the way through. Second bit gave you a nice round over.
Right.
Next stage is we're gonna actually put the parts together, okay?
Right.
All right, good. We just took these parts right off the table, right?
Yes.
And so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and set these up. So we're gonna put the side that I've removed in towards, oops, sorry, this panel, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this stand off.
Okay.
You're gonna put it through this hole, and then you're just gonna screw this on so that this is
Parallel.
parallel to the sheet, okay? And if you need to twist it, that's fine. And let's make sure that all these Allen wrenches are facing the same way, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll put this over here. I'll hold this in place while you take that. So go ahead and just slide it right up here. We'll make sure these pieces are out of the way. Okay, excellent. So all that's really left to do here is that we'll let the customer go ahead and peel this off because this keeps it safe during shipping. So this just is really easy to pull off, and you have a PPE product. So today you learned how to do router operations. Tell me a little bit about your impressions of the Apex 3R and running it.
Overall, it was really simple and easy from turning on the machine to calibrating the tool,
Right.
to setting home, to unloading the tool, putting a new router bit, to loading the material,
Right.
to the vacuum, sucking the material down,
Right.
to just operating, following the easy user guide.
Right.
Everything was simple, step by step. It was easy to use.
So do you think that with a little bit more practice, you could do this as a daily job pretty easily?
Definitely.
Okay. Thanks so much.